What was one of the hardest things you ever had to do?
The process of owning my place because I was buying it from my mom and her ex-husband, and you got to send this, send that, like, and I was like working, but it was like we were like on like a time strength thing, but then like there was a situation where like he gonna text me and was like he said something, and he said get it done. I mean, man, who was you? man, who was you talking about telling me to get it done?
We give you this podcast if we feel it or not. Yep. Give you high energy, have you feeling a drop. Easy. Raw, no nonsense, fire content, with time spent, sound slick, been around the block like Crown Vic. Come on, Dre, laugh so hard that you hip the tap. Like and subscribe, support us, stop sitting back, come and listen as we talk about this and that. TSD, come sit and chat, you get with that. Easy.
Hey, welcome to Sit and Chat 612, where we come up with weekly topics. Plus, we've been around the block a few times. My name is Sherry.
My name is Tony.
DeAndre.
And if you guys new to our channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Also, that notification bell let you know when we drop every Tuesdays and Fridays at 11 o'clock. And if y'all like what y'all see, hit that thumbs up and comment. That definitely help our channel grow.
All right, in today's topic, we're doing a random top 5. Our random top 5 is nobody knows the questions. Don't give them time to prepare, and it's on the spot. So I'm going to start with the first question. Where is your favorite place in the world?
We ain't been nowhere yet.
Well, what's your favorite place? It don't have to be in the world. At your home, at your job. What's your favorite place?
On the basketball court. Killing these cats. No, I'm just playing. Favorite place? Vegas. As of now.
You stole mine because I was gonna say that. No, I was gonna say Vegas because like I feel like that is something you can do every year, and there's always something you can do different in Vegas. But a lot of people don't know that because they just see the strip and like, oh, no, there's nothing to do just on the strip. I'm like, there's a lot of things you can do. So that's why I was gonna say Vegas.
Yeah, that's why we almost always rent a car. Because who want to just stay on the strip? That's how you get to explore things. So my favorite place in the world is my room. It's no place. That's the place. That's why I find my peace.
Oh, okay.
Long as your daughter isn't in there.
No place like home in Clappy Hill.
3 times. 1, 2, 3. It just became different once we bought our own place. And then like, okay, so our house is like super old, so there's really no storage there. But after I got those shelves and then like put stuff in place, like we got like a big space in our room. I want to put like a sitting area. So once I get it to where it need to be, like, yeah, it's almost there. When Tony bought them chairs.
Yeah. I buy the chairs.
Thank you.
I tell you, boy.
Okay, so which snacks are your must-have on a road trip? I'm gonna tell you mine. It has to be a Red Bull, cause somebody gonna go to sleep, and then those gummy lifesavers.
Them sugary now. I taste them.
Are they?
Man, they too sugary.
Those two
Way too
was like
sugary.
the two when I'm going on the road trip. Of course, I get chips and stuff, but them two are the two to have. I think you started that because before when I went on road trips, I was not eating candy like that.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like there's a difference in snacks when you're the driver as for the passenger, or for you, are they pretty much the same?
They're pretty much the same.
I feel like it's different because I go to sleep, so I got to have some sugar, baby. Some sugar, not sugar. Sugar.
You most definitely going to sleep. What are your must-haves?
Welch's fruit snacks. Them, yeah. Them and a Arizona, a fruit punch Arizona, or a Body Armor fruit punch.
You ain't went on no road trip with no Body Armor.
The Red Bull.
you
see how she just jumped?
You don't even drink Red Bull.
Jumped.
It said, what are your must-haves for a road trip? When you got on the road trip, you
I said
said
Welch's fruit snacks. If they ain't got Welch's, give me some gummy worms.
We have got them too, the ones that were sour and sweet.
You know what I'm saying? Or Red Bull. Or Gatorade.
That's probably what you was drinking then. Cause we don't need to do road trips. Cause somebody don't know how to stay woke. And what are your snacks?
How many times she gonna say that?
Cause I need you to start going to sleep so you can drive too.
Oh, do y'all?
She looking for me to say something.
Right.
You ain't gonna get it out of me.
If I'm driving, there's this creatine energy drink which is supposed to help your brain be like more active, because like when I'm driving, that's just what I like. If I'm not driving, I usually like snack on chips and stuff, but I don't necessarily have like a candy, but for me, like, it's just some sort of chip.
Yeah, I
I
can't
do
really.
some Lay's or some Cheeto Puffs.
I can't really like eat food. It depends on how long our drive is, but I really can't do like food
Right.
driving. Cause the rest areas be so far and in between. Okay, so here's the next one. When you were a child, what did you want to be when you grow up? I wanted to be a beautician.
A beautician, like doing hair? Why you ain't doing it?
I don't know.
Kiss your hands.
No, I don't know why I didn't pursue it. I just didn't. But that was always my thing. I used to have one of them doll heads like how Anthony used to have,
Right.
and I forgot where it was, but I had like did all this stuff to it and had it curled up. And when I found that them curls were so bouncy and stuff, I guess at some point in time I just stopped playing with dolls, and I guess just didn't want to no more. What about you?
NBA player. NBA player. Yeah, that's all I can think of at that time. Yeah.
What did you want to be?
As well, like when I was like, so there were two things. And like when I was younger, like I was playing football. Then I wanted to be a football player. And then I had wanted to be a veterinarian.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I like dogs, but I'm like, but I think me liking dogs. I started like, it started to where I started to like just like all animals, but I'm like, what if I could be like a veterinarian just for dogs? Then I would do that.
That's
like, no.
Okay, here's another one. So that was 3. This is 4. Are you named after anyone? If not, how did your parents think of your name? I start with that one too. So we know.
Don't talk for me.
I ain't finna say anything about you.
I feel it. I just feel it.
I wasn't finna say anything
Okay,
about
go
you
ahead.
yet.
Right.
But so my name is Sherrick, and everyone always asks me, "Is your daddy named Rick and your mom named Sherry or something like that?" Like, no, their name is Bobby and Deborah. So my godmother named me, but I think she had like some type of theme going on. So like my name is Sherrick, her daughter name is Chandra, and then I don't know if Sweet Pea will ever see this, but Sweet Pea name is Chandra. So I think all of that like went in line because everybody had her naming their kids. Go, DeAndre.
I ain't know. I actually don't think that I'm named after anybody, but I would have to ask my mother about that, but I feel like as far as my name of DeAndre, is like it's a capital DE apostrophe capital A and DRE, but I don't feel like it's weird because like my so because I told you guys that I was adopted, right? But still within the family. But my biological mom, named me DeAndre Monte Nicholson, right? And when my mom adopted me, her sister, she just got rid of the Monte. I don't know why. Maybe it has something to do with something, but I gotta find out what. But Nicholson is now my middle name, and then Kendrick is my last name because of my dad. But I don't know. But
That would be an interesting story.
yeah,
yeah.
But I just know that Kendrick is my dad's name, so that's why I got Kendrick. But yeah,
Go ahead and speak for me.
I'm about to say nothing.
No, go ahead and speak for me.
go ahead. Speak
No,
for me.
because you
I'm not about to say absolutely nothing.
No, you want to say something.
I'm not gonna say anything. Go ahead.
So recently, not recently. Come on, let me talk, man.
Oh,
Why you snorting? Why you sad? So I didn't know I was a junior, and until my dad had passed. I mean, I should have figured it out, but I just didn't know. But my dad, about 4 or 5 years ago, about that is when I found out I was a junior. And well, shit.
4 or 5 years ago.
When he passed, it was a while ago.
That was a long time ago. We've been in our house for 6 years. He died before that.
Yeah, probably I would say 7, 8.
Time go by fast.
Yeah, I found out I was a junior. I got my dad pretty much full name, Anthony Timothy Clark, and yeah.
But look, I like. Can you be a junior even though your name is not Junior?
I don't know if Junior is actually on your birth certificate.
It's not.
Right.
I don't. Yeah, but on his casket, it had Anthony Timothy Clark Senior.
You're right.
Right.
So in order for him to be a senior, Tony has to be a junior. In case you got a brother that got your name too.
No.
See, like, as one of my friends is named after his dad too, but it's never like a junior, but his dad called himself senior. So like, it's almost like,
That's kind of where I.
yeah,
feel
you're
like
a junior, but not because it's not really on your birth certificate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they just forgot to put it on the birth certificate.
Do you? As we could probably talk about that, but I was just gonna say, like, if as far as like, naming your kids and like, did you? Is there a special thing behind that, or was it just like you just came up with the name?
Well, Antonia had a little bit of Anthony, and then Pumpkin might have came up with it. I don't.
I think that she said pumpkin.
I think Pumpkin came up with it, and I probably respelled it or redid something different than what she had said. And then Shariah, of course, they got, well, no, because my name is Sherry, but it is supposed to have been similar. But part of that, but then when you think about it, like, the names aren't really unique because everybody has that name also too.
I don't know. A lot of people got a Shariah.
But it'd be like Sharia or something like that. Spelled similar, but not the
I don't
same.
even know a lot of people got a name Sherrick.
And then there are some though.
Yeah.
And then Romello, I kind of feel like that was popular at one point in time too. Mario actually gave him that name off of somebody from Sugar Hill. Is that the name of the movie?
I don't know.
Something like that. Maybe
I
the dude
always
name was
feel like
Mello
that's
or something
weird.
like
Is when
that.
people like, oh, like you see something on TV, you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna name my kid. I'm like, or you can be original.
True. But that's what I remember. Okay. What was one of the hardest things you ever had to do?
I would say of the process of owning my place, because it was like because I was buying it from my mom and her ex-husband, and and it was like, you got to send this, send that, like, and I was like working, but it was like we were like on like a time strength thing, but then like, there was a situation where it's like so my mom's ex-husband knew like the guy who was doing all the stuff, and he gonna call my mom's ex-husband. He gonna call him and be like, oh yeah, DeAndre's not working with us, right? So then he decides,
As if he wasn't an adult.
right.
Yeah.
but I am. It's just not like you. Like you expect me to do it that day, but I'm like, I get off work late. Like I can send it to you tomorrow morning. So yeah, then he gonna text me and was like, he said something, and he said, "Get it done." I mean, man, who was you? man, who was you talking about telling me to get it done? But I was just like, no. But I was like, I forgot how I responded, but it was very much like putting him in his place, but not like cursing. But I'm like, if he has a problem, he can contact me. I'm the one going through it. But that process was just like, it was stressful. Like for me,
it most definitely was stressful. We'll do a topic on that because it seemed like we both have stories about buying these houses. So mine was leaving Romello in Mississippi for college. I feel like that was the hardest thing, only because like it was a 12-hour drive, 11-hour drive or something like that. Like he wasn't close by anything. So initially I was like, because when he was talking about going, my dad was still alive. And I was like, if need to be, he'll be able to get to him. If need to be. It didn't work out that way. My dad ended up passing. So to leave him down there was a lot. Like I can't even say he didn't have anything, but I felt like we was sending stuff like quite frequently until it was almost time for him to come.
I was thinking, trying to think the hardest thing I ever had to do. I guess what I can think on right now is the hardest thing I ever had to do is when your dad passed and you was exhausted and we had to drive back from Arkansas to Minnesota. That was probably the hardest thing I ever had to do because like I drove.
I think you drove the whole trip.
And I was like, it was a few times while I was dozing. Like I dozed hard one time and that was it. Cause when I had dozed, like the car had Jake in it, and Sherrick woke up, was like, "What's going on?" I played it off like, "Oh, nothing."
Right.
And then I had Anthony in the car, and I'm like, "Dude, like my heart started pounding fast." I'm like, "Dude, I could have killed us, like seriously." And that was like a couple of hours out. I stayed up that whole time off of just that thought that I could have almost killed us, and I was just like, "Dude, I stayed up the whole time, no energy drinks, no nothing," and I drove straight through.
How long is that?
It scared me that bad. It was like, what, 13 hours? 14 hours?
No, it's like 16.
Yeah. But that was the hardest thing. That was one of the hardest things. Another one.
Yeah, that was crazy. But that's because I had driven back and
exhausted,
forward from there, like driving. Like I made that trip like 3 times.
Yep.
With the midst of Mello having prom, us buying this house, and his graduation. And then my dad was sick. It went from sick to being he died. Then we had to plan a funeral. I had to go down there and do that, and then had to come back. And it was a lot. I was tired. I don't even know how we did that.
Another thing I can think of on my it's probably more things. I'm just naming the things that I can think of is learning how to redo a backflip after I tried to run up the wall and landed on my head and I almost broke my neck. Like I blacked out and I woke up and my mom was like, "Whoa, what the hell you doing?" And I told her I was trying to run up the wall and flip backwards. And I landed on my neck, my head snapped like that. Surprisingly, my neck didn't break, but just to get rid of that fear of trying to do it, it took me a minute to learn how to get comfortable flipping backwards. Even just
I wouldn't have did that again.
That was one of the hardest things.
I actually want to learn how to backflip, but I'd be scared of that.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I ain't trying to.
I think the best way to learn is just to do it, but do it as if you mess up. That's how I had to start back. So I would do a backflip and I would land on my stomach, but it would be on the mat. So I would just flip and just land. And every time I do it, I try to remember, just try to get further and further to where I can land on my feet. Yeah. But that was another thing.
And I'm like kind of going back to is what you're saying about the driving thing. You know, like when you like, well, as we talked about it, where like she feels like well, you should be able to stay up longer. At least when you do the road trips or get some rest.
But that's why we don't do road trips,
right? But I have told you before, multiple times. Where like I've told you like. Just throughout the years, I'm like, bro, like you falling asleep is dangerous, but like you gotta learn,
for real.
Like you really have to like get some sleep. Like I told you multiple times, I'm like, bro, like that's like
for real.
Because like for me, like I have been tired driving, but I've never dozed off.
Yeah,
I did one time, and I don't know why we was going to Arkansas. It might have been somebody's funeral. I have no clue. and it was like storming. And then after that, somehow or another, I drove through all of that, and we was in Arkansas, and Punky said, "Are you going to sleep?" Swear I was almost asleep. Like I almost ran dead into a car. And that was the last time I did that. And then she said, she stayed up the whole time after that. So now I think I scared her because now she won't go see somebody else driving. But yeah. That's crazy. And I think that was 5. And that is our top 5. These were actual discussions this time.
Chat 612, the sequel. Success in our soliloquy, no equals. Listen to us as we driving on the highway. Different topics, top 5. Foodie Friday. Share, listen, laugh and give us that energy. Come on, tone with the jokes and me bringing the chemistry, the symmetry. And nah, we ain't with the imagery. Our ministry ain't with the gimmickry. Are you kidding me? Easy.